Hey guys, James here from TCG University, coming back at you with another deck profile. Today I'm going to be showing you this Cervantes deck. It was played during the Campus Championship this week. If you guys want to watch those, make sure to check out those profiles. Make sure to check out those matches as well. If you want to check it out live, make sure to hit us up at patreon.com/TCG University. If you hit that $1 level, you get access to all of our stuff live at just the $1 level. And then you also get access to our Discord where you can converse with us and talk to us and whatnot. If you hit the $5 level, you also hit the sponsor level, which we say are all the sponsors on our sponsor list every podcast. So hit those up as well. So let's get into it. Okay, guys, Cervantes is a 720 with Air, Death, and Void. We are playing our deck under Death today. He has two abilities: Enhance, Destroy one foundation. If your attack is blocked, your opponent loses 2 vitality, playable while committed, and then respond once per turn after you block an attack. Your attacks get +3 damage until the end of your next turn. We are mainly focusing our deck around the Destroy one foundation. If it's blocked, your opponent burns. But we'll get into that in a second because we're also playing one Cervantes 2. Cervantes 2. Adds on the chaos symbol, as well as 2 abilities: response once per turn, name a keyword ability. After an attack is played, it loses it loses that named ability. And then if our attack loses a keyword ability this way, it gains powerful X. X equals the number of printed keywords on it. So we can give powerful to our attacks or take away cool abilities on our opponent's attacks. And then the other enhances, we can add 1 card from our hand to our momentum. Our opponent may destroy 1 foundation to cancel this effect. So either we get momentum to start trying to funnel things out, or we can give something or take something away, as well as forcing our opponent to get hit in the burned whenever they block our attacks. So we'll get into those in a second. So the main function, like I said, is we're destroying our own foundations. The reason behind this is we are playing 4 Skull Fortress 2. This card's going to rotate soon with the release of My Hero, so this is going to get one last hurrah. But this is one of the only decks that really performs as an engine by itself, where the deck funnels through itself consistently. It is a 2/4 with a 2 mid block. It has ally and terrain, so you only have 1 on board. It has the static of all ally attacks get +1 speed. Take note that all of our attacks will have the ally keyword. We'll get into that in a second as well. And then its only ability is respond after 1 or more of your foundations are destroyed, like with Cervantes and whatnot. You can have the top reveal the top card of our deck. If it has the ally keyword, we can add it to our staging area face down. So we destroy our foundation with... Whoop, I'll have this backwards. I have to remember that. So we destroy our foundation with Cervantes. Then we reveal the top card of our deck. I'm going to put this right here. We reveal the top card of our deck. If it's an ally, we add it face down into our staging area. This does one of 2 things. It funnels out the stuff we have face down, as if we ever want to see them again, depending on like what's face down and whatnot. It tells us where our attacks are if we ever put them face down, as well as if we ever check bed, we can destroy those committed foundations to bring in ready ones. Just meaning we get to kind of funnel the damage we take. Funnel the accumulating is the word I wanted. The accumulating damage we take from checking badly, and try to funnel into killing our opponent. Like I said, we're playing more characters, so we're playing a couple of gauge ally attacks. We have the Dispelling Horn. It's a 4 mid for 4 with a reversal. Has gauge 4. It says if we have more characters than our opponent, it gets +4 speed, making it an 8 for 4. But if they ever don't block it, we get a character. It's really nice. It becomes an 8 for 4. It's an ally. It's what matters. This one, I believe, is the best card in the deck right now for all of it, which is Moon Ritual Dance. It is a 4/2, 7 low for 2. Ally gauge 2. We can add 1 card with a printed difficulty of X from our discard pile to our hand, or from our card pool to our staging area. Right. Add 1 from our discard pile to our hand or card pool or staging area. Yeah, okay. We can add 1 card from our discard pile to our staging area, card pool, or hand. As long as it has difficulty X or lower, X being the number of characters in our staging area. So immediately off the bat, you only get to build in 1s or lower, which could be anything. But if they're ever allies, basically you want to add in cool things, because after you destroy it with Cervantes, it's going to trigger and do cool things for us anyways. Its other abilities, we can discard momentum to give it +1 damage for each character, and then draw a card. It's just a useful ability for how to use Cervantes 2. Onto the other ally attacks, we have 4 Kickback Crescendo. Kickback Crescendo is a 5 diff, 4 mid for 6. We can commit a foundation to give it +3 speed. And then Deadlock E, we can destroy 2 of our opponent's foundations. The commit 1 foundation for 3 speed makes this practically unblockable. And then we can destroy it to, if they do block it, they burn for 2. And then trigger to check the top card of our deck to see if it's an ally. It just does a whole lot for us, as well as just being a solid attack. Next we have 4 Demon Grab. Demon Grab is a 4 for 3, no block, 1 high for 2 that says check a 6. It'll get 4 damage and won't count towards progressive, as well as having a stack that says our opponent's not allowed to block with action cards. As ally and throws, so it's always going to deal damage. If they do block it, they take 2. If they don't block it, it is a 6 damage attack, depending on like what else we play. And it's just a solid lead in, basically. It builds us momentum, gets us somewhere. Then we have 4 Capsule Zap. Capsule Zap is a 3/3 with a 2. That's a 2 mid for 3 with a 2 low block that says add 1 ally foundation from our discard pile to our staging area. So you get to choose cool things like premeditated attack, Dr. Wiley's challenge, new shipmate, Guardian of the Spirit Sword, stuff like Kieran Soul. Kieran Soul's a great target. Stuff like that. And you just get to have them free into your staging area. You didn't have to build them from your hand. It's a pseudo advantage, basically. On to, we'll talk about it right now. 3 Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Blood, Sweat, and Beers. Not tears. There's a lot of tears. Blood, Sweat, and Beers. Blood, Sweat, and Beers is an ally unique taunt card. This is Phil Birch, Dave Wagner, and Ben Shoemaker. This is their champ card. Congratulations to those guys. Shout out to those guys, whatnot. The 2 abilities on this card is respond, card pool, remove. After you block an attack, after you block an attack, your opponent's checks get -1 for the rest of the turn. And then Desperation Response, add this card to your hand after a responsibility is played on a non-character card, cancel it. So you just get to cancel cool things like Revoke, Out of Your League, stuff like that. Toguro Brothers. You just get to cancel stuff like that when you're at Desperation. And then when you're not, you just block with this and give -1 to all your opponent's checks for the turn. One of the ways we get this to our hand is Guardian of the Spirit Sword. Guardian of the Spirit Sword is a 2/5, 2 high block that says we can give any attack once per turn -2 speed or -3 if it's a weapon. And then we can flip it to discard a card and then add 1 asset from our discard pile to our hand, which is very nice. It can also add in the Skull Fortress 2, which just means we get to play it if we ever don't see it immediately. We also have the 4 Dr. Wiley's challenge. It's an ally Desperation 0, 2 difficulty. After it's destroyed, an attack gets -2 speed or +2 damage, and then enhance commit, your ally attack is +2 damage. This can basically give +4 damage to something, or it can give -2 speed to something and you get to block it, which is also very nice. I'll also remember, anytime you destroy something, you're going to replace it almost with our cool Skull Fortress. Premeditated attack. It's a 2/5, 3 mid block that says whenever it's destroyed, we reveal the top card of our deck, and then if it's an ally, we get to add it to our staging area face down. It just doubles down on the Skull Fortress, meaning we could possibly +1 off of the ability. We have 2 new shipmate. It's a 2/5, 2 high block unique ally that says we can commit it to give an attack -2 damage and then gain a vitality. We get to further the amount we get to live. We get increase our health, decrease their damage. Maybe we block it, take even less. There's just a lot you can do with it. Onto the best card in our best ally in our deck right now, in my opinion, which is Kieran Soul. It's a 2/5 no block that says gets -1 speed for every character in our staging area, and then if we do block this attack, it deals no damage. Just having the ability to not take damage from an attack is super sweet. Onto cards, I just, in my opinion, are only in here because they have ally on them. It's a new alliance. It's a 2/5, 3 low block. You can commit it to give a weapon attack +2 or -2 damage, which works if we ever play against a weapon deck. But our deck plays absolutely no weapons, and we'll never play that first ability unless it's defensive. And then E commit, if your opponent attempts to block your attack with a foundation card, their check to block that attack gets -3, and you may draw a card. This just says if you know your opponent's going to block with a foundation, you get to call them out on it. Or if they really need to block with something and you just want to make, that you die either way, just commit to give -3 to a foundation. And if they block with a foundation and they can't pass it, whoopie-doo-dah. This card definitely can't be played for anything outside of blocking, which is Friends and Rivals. It's a 2/5, 2 low block with ally. It says commit after you play an attack that shares 2 symbols with your character. We don't play any cards that share any 2 symbols with our character. No attacks. No attacks share any 2 symbols with our character, so that card will never work. But it's an ally, and having more allies in deck means we never miss, or we shouldn't miss a lot on our Skull Fortress. And then the 8 cards that aren't the allies, which is 4 New Empress Netherrealm. It's a pay 3 to draw card, to which then you'll just destroy it to be able to look at the top card and add an ally face down. And then the other one is Conquest of Terror, which is just flip, give an attack -2 speed, to which then you will destroy and do other cool things. That has a 3 high block. This has a 2 low. Solid altogether. Thanks again for checking out the profile, guys. If you liked it, make sure to let us know down below. Make sure to check out all the campus championships on the YouTubes and whatnot. Make sure to check out all the other deck profiles for all the other cool decks. If you want to join us live on Patreon, make sure to go to live on when we do the campus championship. Go to patreon.com/TCG University. Subscribe at the $1 level, and you can see all of our content live, not just the campus championships. Our podcast, Magic Podcast, White Shorts Podcast, Final Fantasy Podcast, the UniVersus Podcast, all itself. All of our other content you can see live just for the $1 level, and you get access to our Discord, where we talk about all the cool things going on and whatnot that we have going on. So if you want to support us, go do that. If there's anything you want us to see content-wise or something we're not doing that you would like to see us doing, let us know down below. And as always, guys, stay alert.